I volunteered to talk about how to design video games, but I got told that that wasn't going to be appropriate. So instead what I'm going to do is 6 minutes of talk that I've done a lot. We started Electronic Arts, the first intern program. We started game development programs at USC, at Carnegie Mellon, at Central Florida. So first, all lectures, rule of 1.5, no matter how long I talk, people only take away 1.5 good ideas. That's my goal, 1.5 ideas for you. You should know about the video game business. It was created by people unlike you. These are people who got bored by lectures. You're only putting up with 6 minutes, so maybe you too could be video game designers. Alan Kay said this is the best way to predict your future is to invent it. George Bernard Shaw said youth is wasted on the young. Your job is not to waste your youth. Here's proof. This is someone that I knew who was voted least likely to succeed. That was me just graduating from Stanford. A management recruiter told me he had a job for me. It was a management job. The training required flipping burgers. Your life planning in general, as teenagers, your job is to figure out what you like to do every day and who you want to be. The job of teenagers is role playing until you find the one you want to be. Your job in your 20s is to do as much cool stuff as possible, and you can read the rest. What I would have done differently, I've spent a lot of time with people 18 to 30, and what I've noticed is most people between 18 and 30, by the time they're 30, they look back and they realize they've wasted a year. Just with a bunch of young women about 32, they were so grateful they got out of their 20s, mostly because the boys in their 20s are too immature. So what I would have done differently, the number one thing is find a godfather. This could be an aunt, this could be an uncle, this could be a favorite teacher. Somebody could give you context on what you're up to. The next thing is write stuff down that you think about. Write down all your predictions, keep a Penaflex folder, look back, see how smart you are, learn as you go. Maximize learning opportunities. If you hear about TEDx, drive all the way from LA to make sure you're there. And take as many tech courses as you can. You want to take rhetoric so you know how to lie when you have to. You want to take statistics so you understand data. And you want to take science classes to understand the difference between garbage data and good data. What I did well as a kid or coming out of school is I threw away the resume and I did something called a doer's profile. I just wrote down what I liked. I found out that most recruiters were uninterested in me. That was a good first message. The second thing was moonlighting, always do 2 things at once. The third is a pattern of achievement. Whatever you do, do well. Process does not matter, tasks do not matter, outcomes matter. And finally, explore, 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 explore. People who create great things. John Lasseter is a good example. He founded Pixar. He tells the story about when he was growing up, his mom said, "Johnny, quit watching cartoons, do your homework, you'll never amount to anything." So when you're going to go start something, so when you're in your teenage years, here's one job for you to do after today. Write down on one piece of paper what you like to do all day so you don't lose yourself later. As a father of daughters, I was really afraid of people who lose themselves at age 13 or 14. Write it down. My rule of 7 is every day ask yourself on a scale of 10, how productive are you today? A good number is 7. If you're below 7, you need intervention. If you're 10, you're usually breaking things and pissing people off. Wherever you go, you're all great talents. Ask people what they hope you're going to do. The rule of interviewing is if somebody wants you in about 30 seconds, they'll start selling you. Get that 30 seconds as short as possible. You want them to be selling you ASAP. David Kelly, who founded the D School at Stanford, said wherever you go, go see how people live. Don't listen to their rap. Don't listen to the interview session. Walk around in the dorms. Follow passion. You've heard this before, but the people who succeed in life are the people who don't try to make money, don't try to be president. They do something they're really interested in. Who knows, if you're a baseball fan, it might lead to being president. Geography matters. The rule of Silicon Valley is the only place in the world where people share secrets. So if you're going to do anything in technology, it's good to be in Silicon Valley. People in England, as soon as they can, they retire. I think that's a sin. The rule of cheap housing, wherever you start a company, make sure you can help your employees afford housing. In the future of Asia, if you speak Mandarin or if you speak Hindi, go, 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 go. They are the future. Next, find what you know and love. It's amazing when you look at all the great startup companies in the last 20 years. Almost all of them were started by people who were passionistas about something they loved. And here are some things that you know. Whenever you do something that 35-year-olds don't understand. You don't want to compete with 35-year-olds. Sure, you can run faster than them. They have more wisdom than you. Do something they look at, they say, that's stupid. So at Zynga, where we did Farmville, one leader said, virtual goods, that's stupid. Nobody will ever pay for virtual goods. So find something you know, like you understand people your age. Do something people your age like and people 35-year-old think is stupid, like FormSpring or Friends with Benefits or iPod texting, lockers, how to get stuff free, new ways to do homework. You know what your teachers haven't figured out yet, that their classes are boring. So do stuff online, use Connect, do photo tagging, learn video, pimp myself. Your generation believes everybody can succeed. You're in a competition to be the best version of yourself you can be. And if you have something really great, of course I want to understand it, so don't bother trying to educate me. Finally, be a lifelong learner. Ask people what books they read. Here's some of my favorites. David Ogilvy is my advertising hero. Make sure you know who your heroes are and go to school on them. As David Ogilvy said, set exorbitant standards and give your people hell when they don't live up to them. There is nothing so demoralizing as a boss who tolerates second-rate work. Don't do second-rate work and don't tolerate it. This is the founding ad for Electronic Arts. Can a computer make you cry? Set a big vision, follow your passion, and don't put up with second-rate work. Thank you very much.